What's up, Sagittarius? This is going to be your September love reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. We're going to call this reading, How Do They Feel About You? But that's just going to be one of the questions. I'm going to ask other questions as well as the outcome. I'm going to start with couples, then move on to singles. And I will timestamp that in the description box. So allow me to be a clear channel for Sagittarius. Allow me to have clarity, accuracy, truth, and protection. Alright, so Sagittarius, how do they feel about you currently for couples? How do they feel about Sagittarius currently? How do they feel about Sagittarius currently? They feel like that you like to spend time by yourself, that you are seeking something else. Sometimes they see it as, that you're seeking something that they can't give you. Sagittarius, a lot of you like to spend a lot of time by yourself. So when you're out and you're doing your own thing and your time by yourself, they see you as that type of person. Someone that needs their alone time. Someone that enjoys, just doing things by themselves and not always family oriented. Now this could be for, this could be for some of you singles, but this part of the reading is going to be for couples. And this can also be, this can also tell you, like, if you're having issues in your relationship, or, for the cross watchers, the same thing. It can be that you need to spend more alone time by yourself, meditate, get to know yourself more, things like that. As you see, the picture, everything depicted in the picture of the card, the guy's, surrounded by nature, and it's suggesting that if you're not doing this, that you should do this, that way that you can find some serenity and, find yourself. It could also be for anyone that's seeking out in a career, like say your significant other sees that you're trying to find yourself through your career, or find what it is that you want to do, as far as a career. So what else do they feel about you currently? How else do they feel about you currently, Sagittarius? How else do they feel about you, Sagittarius? How else do they feel about you currently, Sagittarius? How else does your significant other feel about you in this relationship at this time? How do they feel about you currently? How do they feel about Sagittarius currently? Lead. They see you as someone that takes the lead or needs to take the lead. Now, this can also be like the card of the Emperor, where they see that you just like to be in charge, or you like to, plan, you like to, or you have a plan, you're someone that likes to just take charge of whatever you're doing, And they could also see you as the type of person that needs to lead more in the relationship, like if you want something done, or if you or they would like to see you in a way take more control of the situation. Maybe some of you Sagittarius may be the type that follow your woman around, or you might be the type that needs to be told sometimes what to do, and they would probably, a lot of you, for some of you, they would like to see you take charge, or take, lead in regards to your life and your purpose, and more in the relationship, and even for some of you in the bedroom. For some of you, when you take the lead, you force your will on the relationship. You force the relationship, or things like that, or your partner does. It can be for the cross watchers too. For Sagittarius, it could be, these cards could actually be the energy of your partner as well. So you might see that maybe you don't like to be pushed around, and your partner wears the pants, or maybe they're the they are the earner in the family, or and you don't like that. Or maybe they do things, they manipulate the situation to get you to take the lead more. Maybe they like that. But with the energy of this card, it can both hinder you and help you excel in relationships. So sometimes you need balance in situations like this, and if you're doing too much or the other, or if you're putting force in the situation, or you're being too domineering, or trying to dominate the situation, it can backfire. So what else do Sagittarius couples need to know in regards to this relationship at this time? What is the advice in regards to this relationship at this time, Sagittarius? What is the advice for Sagittarius in regards to this particular relationship? What is the advice in regards to Sagittarius in this particular relationship? What is the advice? Clarity of belief. This card is all about like defining your role in a relationship and understanding that different relationships require different strategies. And it's all about asking yourself what you're willing to give in particular relationships. So when you have clarity of belief, or what you believe, some of the things that you believe is not necessarily clear, or there may not be much clarity in regards to what you believe certain relationships or certain roles that you're playing really need. So an example is, you could have a very closed-minded perception on how you should treat certain people in your life based on how you were treated, as a kid. So this asks you to go inside yourself and ask yourself, what are you willing to give, and what does this relationship require, and am I able to give this? And it doesn't necessarily have to be, with your romantic partner, but more than likely for a lot of you, and I feel a lot of you, that it is that. But this can be any type of relationship. So just take it how it resonates, because of course not all relationships are going to, they're not going to be the same for everybody. But in regards to the Sagittarius, I know a lot of Sagittarius, and I can see this being a key factor in their life. So take what you will out of that. Alright, so give me an outcome card for this couple's relationship. What can Sagittarius expect for an outcome in regards to this particular relationship for the ones that are resonating with this? What is a potential probable outcome for Sagittarius in regards to this particular relationship? What is a probable outcome for this particular relationship for Sagittarius? What is a probable outcome for this relationship for Sagittarius for September 2022? Rest and reconsider. So it gave you more of an advice card, but really it is giving you an outcome, because it's saying, in order for you to gain clarity, clarity of thought, or clarity of belief, or to lead and to seek, that you need to rest and reconsider and think about what this reading is saying. Give yourself time to think about it and mull it over in your head, and form a decent strategy, or several strategies, if you will, depending on what relationship this is resonating for in regards to this situation or your particular situation. So for couples, hopefully that makes sense. If it did, please drop a like, support the channel, help me out, you know what I'm saying, because for the ones that would actually listen to this reading and actually invest your energy and time into it the way that I do, you can see how it can benefit your life. It can actually benefit many areas of your life, depending on how you want to apply it. But go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, share it if you think somebody might get something out of it. And I do appreciate you watching, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the singles portion of this reading next. So for you couples, have a great rest of your month. Alright, Sagittarius couples. I'm not couples, sorry. For you singles, my bad. It's Mercury retrograde, so my words I'm a little dyslexic this month, so. Alright, for my Sagittarius singles, what messages do they need to know in regards to love and relationships for September 2022? Sagittarius singles, what do they need to know in regards to love and relationships? What are the messages for Sagittarian singles? What are the messages for Sagittarian singles for September 2022? What are the messages for Sagittarius singles for September 2022? Alright, for some of you singles, there's helpless and hopeless. So the card pretty much says it all. So you might be feeling at this time, for the ones that are single, that you don't know what to do, that you have tried to give it a go many times in different types of relationships or different types of dates, you know, and it's just not working. You feel like that you are failing, you know what I'm saying? Some of you, for the ones this resonates with, or some of the partners that you're attracting are somewhat helpless and hopeless. So this card, it basically comes to you to let you know that that is the furthest thing from the truth possible. This card talks about, you know, it has the number 8 on it, so that can represent infinity. So you have many, many different choices, you know, in infinite universes of possibilities and probabilities that can happen, but you need to change your thoughts, you know, and look at the situation from a different perspective. Change it up, you know, read some stuff on relationships and how to deal with different personalities, things like that. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what can you change in regards to this relationship, or not in regards to this relationship, but in the relationships that you have attracted in the past, and what is it about you that is attracted to these types of people or these relationships that have failed, or is, you know, and even if they didn't fail, if they just wasn't what you were, you know, basically wanting. This asks you to look more at yourself, and it's basically giving you the go ahead and the confirmation that what you're thinking is not accurate, that you absolutely do have many, many choices in regards to this. You just need to look at it from a different perspective. So what else does Sagittarian singles need to know for September 2022? What else does Sagittarian singles need to know for September 2022 in regards to love and relationships? What else does Sagittarian singles need to know in regards to love and relationships? So find balance. So that could be a key, you know. Find balance is basically, you know, it's like the scales of justice. So it can be like, you know, it has to be equal. So you could be attracting, you know, partners that are more into taking than giving, or you could be more of a taker and not willing to give. But you need to find, you know, this card talks about, this is like the Wheel of Fortune too, so it's all about, you need to balance all the elements within you, everything within you in regards to, you know, jobs, everything. Find balance the best way that you know how, so that you can attract better relationships. Hold on, let me shut this down. I open the window because I was burning sage and let them demons out. Otherwise, they'd still be in here choking with me, you know. So, hope that makes sense for you. And, you know, two represents duality. So there's a positive and negative to everything. So that's what it means by balance. You need to balance the polarity within you. That way that you can attract more of a balanced partnership, you know, or a balanced partner to meet you halfway so that you can create a partnership. Okay, so what else does Sagittarius need to know for love and relationships? Sagittarian singles need to know for love and relationships for September 2022. All right. What else does Sagittarius? Let me shuffle these cards again real quick. Mix them up a little bit so I can get more accurate answers. What else does Sagittarian singles need to know in regards to love and relationships for the month of September 2022? What else does Sagittarian singles need to know for love and relationships for the month of September 2022? What else does Sagittarian singles need to know for love and relationships? So you got, you know, it's kind of wild. The other, the couples reading got a card that said lead. So this card is take the lead. So the advice and what you need to know in regards to love and relationships for September 2022 is that you need to take the lead, that you need to take charge, that you need to speak, that you need to, wherever you're going to attract these partners or whatever, it seems that you're attracting a partner that is wanting more out of you, wanting you to take the lead, having different strategies for the situation. So an example would this be, maybe you should speak first. Maybe you should ask somebody out on a date. Maybe you should, be not so much as the dominant one or too domineering, but you can be a little bit. You can put yourself out there more for the ones that are single. So, it's got the fire element on here too. So Sagittarius, that's your element. So it's, take that fire, that spirit, that energy, and use that to your advantage and take the lead and shine and, ignite the flames, if you will. What else does Sagittarius need to know in regards to love and relationships for September 2022? This is also going to be an outcome card. What would be a probable possible outcome for Sagittarius for September 2022 in regards to love and relationships? What is a possible probable outcome for Sagittarius in regards to relationships in 2022, September 2022? What is a possible probable outcome for Sagittarian singles? So challenging times. So what this is telling me is that some of you are going to be very stubborn and resistant in regards to some of this advice that's been given in this reading, and some of you have a lot of things that you need to work on. Within you, your inner self. When you're feeling helpless and hopeless, you don't believe in yourself. So, and you do it because you had such a, for some of you, you've had such a, long line of bad relationships or things that didn't work out that you're almost pessimistic about it. So taking the lead, especially if you've been someone that is not used to doing that, can be very hard for you. But and so that's why you get the challenging, the challenging time card. Or challenging times card. It could be that this is going to be a very challenging situation, and that you might just putting your foot out there and actually trying to do that and changing who you are at a core level, or going against certain things that are normally not you as an individual person, can be challenging. So you're going to experience in challenging times, but understand that this is all about growth in this situation. You're becoming who you're meant to be. So by taking the lead and actually working through these challenges, and I'm not going to lie to you, some of you will be rejected by doing this. You're not very good at, you may not be very good at that. It may be, for an example, if you say the first word to someone, or if you ask somebody out, you might get rejected. But just understand, if you do get rejected, that this is not the person for you. This is the person that turns you down so that you can improve your game, improve your style, your strategy. And then eventually, once you work through the challenges and get more confident, then you will find someone that is more compatible for you. We have to learn that there's a balance between winning and losing, and you're not really either doing either and. It's more that you're learning a lesson. You're learning what works and what doesn't work, and that can be very difficult. But if you stay in your comfort zone and don't do anything and continue to do the same thing that you've always done, nothing will ever grow. You will stay the same, and you will continue the cycles and patterns of the helpless and hopeless card. So that's basically what I have for you in regards to advice and what you need to know for Sagittarian singles for the month of September 2022. Now, I hope this advice was helpful. I mean, it sure would be for me, but I can understand Sagittarius, singles, that it can be very difficult. But you can read self-help books, you can watch videos on it, you can build your confidence up, in that way. And if you rise above these challenging times, you will be successful. That's a guarantee. So work through it. Some of you might even want to try, something like hypnosis, where you can actually reprogram your mind frame and actually change, how, your subconscious mind patterns. Because if you believe certain things about yourself, it can be hard to rewrite, your script. So, and that's basically all it is. Your subconscious mind basically holds the script of your belief systems and what you've been taught and what you've learned in life, and it, helps you attract what you believe and what you think. So if you can change that at a core level and change who you are, and build that confidence up, you can change anything. I've done it, and you can too. So hopefully that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me some support. And, if you have any questions or comments like that, put that in the comment box and I'll get back with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your month, Sagittarius, for September. And good luck.